Hi everybody, how are you guys all doing? I hope that you guys are all doing amazing. My name is Tracy and you are watching me here at Tracy Monster on YouTube. You can also find me at Tracy Monster Savings on Etsy as well as on Instagram, where you'll find a ton of really super fun money savings challenges that will help those of you who are looking to add to your sinking funds, or for those of you who are looking to pay off debt, or for those of you who are looking to save money for that next big purchase that you have coming up in your life. But before I get started in today's video, I always like to start my videos off by saying thank you to each one of you for taking the time to click on that play button and giving me the opportunity to share these types of videos with you. So thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube community. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into today's video, because I have a super fun year ahead, you guys. I am so excited about 2025 because I am going to be challenged not only with savings challenges, but also with the new method that I am planning to save for this year. And this year I am going digital, guys. I am going to try my hardest to do digital without having to go to the bank every single week to withdraw money and then put it into my cash envelopes, binders, and albums, and then take it over to the bank again. I am trying to simplify things by trying to keep the clutter off of my desk with all of the papers and all of that. And also, not having to go to the bank as often. And so I have chosen to go digital this year. And so I have our regular checking account that all of our funds are deposited into. And then I just recently just opened up a savings account specifically for all of my savings for 2025. And so I am excited to be able to share this journey with you all here on YouTube. So in case you haven't noticed, I have uploaded a handful of savings challenges specifically for those of you who are going digital as well. I have savings challenges already in the portrait format. Literally, most of my shop is all in the portrait format in my Etsy shop. But because I am a digital planner this year as well, I am planning in the landscape format. So just as a quick reference, I have this one right here. As you can see, it is the landscape format. And so with that being said, I am this year going to be creating savings challenges in the landscape format. So super exciting. So a lot of my challenges are going to be, most of my challenges that I'm creating this year are going to be in the landscape format, but it is going to be designed for use on your tablet. I use an iPad. So if you are needing to know if the product that I have will work for your tablet, then hit me up over in my Etsy shop at Tracy Monster Savings. I can send you over a sample page so then you can test it out and see if it works. Whether you are adding it into a digital planner, if you have a budget planner that you're using digitally, I can send you a page of the format that I have, so then you can see if it fits in, if you want to add it into the actual planner itself, or if you just want to put it on to your iPad. So anyway, with that being said, let's get started, guys. I am excited to get started on this journey. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have wanted to do this for probably the last few years, to be totally honest. But I have been so afraid to get started, and I don't know why, but I've just really been super so stressed out because I've never done digital savings before. So as you can see here, this is my savings challenge trackers. So the object is just like I did with last year, is to keep track using my trackers, also with my savings challenges where it all begins. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. This is at a year's glance here. These are my trackers that you, again, could purchase from my Etsy shop. and we are in February. So I'm going to click on February, and then this is my weekly view for an entire, or my monthly view for each one of the weeks. So because we are working on February week 1, we're going to click on February week 1, and then these are all of the savings challenges that I plan to save along with for my first digital savings with you guys here for today. So let's see how this all works. I'm kind of stressed out, guys. I gotta be totally honest, because I've been trying to mastermind this whole process, and I'm hoping that it goes as planned. So there may be some hiccups here and there throughout the course of this journey while I'm making these videos. So just be patient with me. This is my first video doing digital savings. So, okay, so with that being said, you have the view here, and I'm going to do, just to start off with, I don't want to do a bunch of challenges because I don't know how this is all going to work. So it's going to be a learning curve here. So I have 5 challenges here that I am planning to save along with here today. So I have the 52-week money savings challenge, save the change, a new challenge that I just added into my Etsy shop, Kittens and Cups, and then candy hearts, and then also zero out. So I have reformatted these from what they were in the portrait format into the format that I'll be using here on my tablet. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get over to our first savings challenge, which is the 52-week savings challenge. And as you all know, this one is my tried and true, very, very favorite savings challenge that got me into savings challenges to begin with many, many, many years ago. My daughter is 20, and I started this when she was like in 2nd grade. So I think that she was like 7 years old or something like that. So for 13 years, I have been doing this savings challenge. And so this is the more up-to-date version that I will be using this year. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get started with the 52-week savings challenge, where I am once again going to be saving $1,378 for the entire year. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it from the top. Let's see, I am going to... with this one, because we are on week 6 for the year, I am needing to save $6. So because we are behind a little bit, I need to do a little bit of adjusting here. So I'm going to use my, my editing tool, click that on, and then I'm going to use the picture tool because I need to move 5 of these jars out of the way. So if I was starting at the beginning of the year or in my first week, I would take this first jar and I would move it over here to the first week to show that that is the week and the amount that I need to save for that particular week. But because I am behind and I'm starting in February, I am going to have to basically backtrack to finish off January. So, but in the meantime, what I am going to do is, so then we're not behind schedule, I'm just going to put these ones just out of the way, just out of the scales view over here for just a little bit, for a little while. Okay, so I'm going to get over here, move these 5 jars out of the way. Just like that. Okay, and so now since we're on week 6, so you'll see here, week 6, I need to deposit $6, which once I'm all caught up, I'll have $21 saved. But in this case, I don't have $21 saved. So I am going to move this jar over, and I'm going to move it right on top of that empty jar. Okay, and then that will indicate that that's how much I saved this week. Again, if I can, I will certainly go back and fill in more jars, but let's just see where this savings challenge goes for our first week. Okay, so we have $6, so that's how much we need to save. So I'm going to come over here to my savings tracker, and I'm going to use my editing tool, which is my pen, and I am going to write in $6 for this week. Okay? So, and just so that we know, on this February week 1, we are going to be working from February 3rd through the 9th for the 6th week of the year. Okay? So, all right, so now let's go ahead, and since that one is done, now I'm going to move over to Save the Change, and we will be working on week 6 once again. So with Save the Change, what I need to do is I actually need to move this out of the way temporarily for just a moment, because I have all of this change that I need to stuff or fill into my counter change tray. So with the change, you know, it is what it is. It's not digital. This is our tangible money that we've had since last year, I think since November. So instead of going through and counting all of this change, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and place it all onto the counter change tray, and then we'll figure out how much it is from here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it from the top and the quarters. This is going to take a little bit of time because there really is a lot of change. So in each one of these cells, I'm going to put 5 coins into each one of the cells. Okay. So here's some nickels right here. This counter change tray is a godsend. I think it's one of the greatest creations in saving money out there. It's really very useful. Because all you got to do is just put the coins in, and the counter change tray will literally tell you how much you have saved so far. So there's that, and then a nickel, and then we have the pennies going in there. So we have, oh, there's a dime stuck in there. There we go. Okay. So how are you guys feeling with your savings challenges this year? Are they treating you well so far? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to know. You know, how everything is going so far. We just got started. We're now in February. Can you believe it? It's crazy. February already. All right, so then there's these. Also, another thing that I would like to know is, are you saving digitally also? What keeps you, if you're not, what keeps you from saving digitally? I'm curious to know if I am the only one that was through all of these years, you know, like stressed out about it. I feel like in today, you know, the way that our world is going, I need to save digitally. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's something that I just need to do. I guess I'm kind of also tired of going back and forth to the bank every week too. So, you know, it's like I take all of the money out to do all of the budgeting and all of that. Pay bills is all online. But going to the bank and withdrawing the cash to, you know, basically put into my cash envelopes, and then I'm going back to deposit the money because now I need to, you know, make payments to the bills and so forth. I just feel like there's a lot of running around that isn't necessary. And so that's why I am kind of gravitating more towards this method of saving. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that it'll be successful and that I learn how to do this, because you know, I'm just tired of saving that way. I'm not tired of saving. I'm just tired of all of the running around that is unnecessary. So we'll see. All right, so we have a lot of quarters, obviously. So with my community garden that I manage, we had a huge fundraiser at the end of last year. And so there was a bubblegum machine that that prizes were inside of. We had like these little plastic containers, and inside of those little plastic egg forms, I guess, or little, you know, like they have like little like prizes inside of the little plastic containers. Usually there's like a plastic ball or something like that inside of it. Anyways, we had some prizes inside this gumball machine, and so people would pay 25 cents to see if they won a prize from this raffle. We were doing like a raffle and silent auction type of thing. And so at the end of the day, we had all of these quarters. And so instead of depositing a bunch of quarters, when I got home, I put all of the quarters into my change box, and then I paid the dollars, the bills, into the actual, into the actual amount that we raised, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm explaining that correctly. Oh no, I just dropped a quarter. Here, wait just a second. Okay. All right. So there we go. We might be running out of room on the quarters, guys. Yeah, we obviously we had a lot of sales in the quarters. All right, that one needs to go into a new cell, that one there. Okay. Oh, my dimes are really chunked up there. Okay. Well, this is pretty exciting. I'm going to fill up quarters right away. All right. Wow, this is crazy how many quarters I have. I'm like already ready to roll the quarters. Okay, so there's 5 in there now. Okay, I'm almost done with my change, which is good. And then I'll put the quarters over here that flow over. All right. So I saved last year. How much was it? Was it like $86 or something like that? It was 80-something dollars. I forget the exact amount, but I'm pretty sure it was like $86 and some change. So that was pretty good. It was a pretty good year. It wasn't as much as the year previous, but it was right about the same amount of money. I probably would have saved the right amount of money if I had not stopped in the end of November, beginning of December. It would have given me a whole extra month to save had I included that into my savings. Because this change did come from December also. So I just didn't do any savings challenges much in December. I just saved all of the change and just was going to include it into the first video of savings here. That's why I have so much. Okay, so this is all that I have here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there we go. All of the change is done out of that box. Okay, so now what I want to do is let's move this over here so then we can bring this over here for just a moment so you can see what I'm adding in. So right here, let me bring this over here. We have 45 up to this point. So 45, 46, 47, 48. So 48 cents in pennies going in right there, okay? Then we have these nickels. So we have 50 up to this point, 50, 55, 60, 65 cents in nickels. Then with dimes, it looks like we have 5 dimes there. So it's a full amount of $3.50. $3.50. Then on the quarters, I have a full row here. So that is going to be $20. And then we are going to actually take a moment to count how many quarters we have over here. Okay, so let me move this out of the way for just a moment so that we can count these quarters. Okay, so we have $1 there. Then we have $2 there. We have $3 there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 50. So $7.50 I'm adding to that. So we already have $32.13 saved already. So that is crazy that we have that much and we're only in February. Okay, so yeah. So much change, it's falling out of my hands. Okay, so the 3213. Okay. All right, so that takes care of that. Let's go ahead and bring the iPad back. 3213 is how much we need to write down on the Save the Change challenge. So 3213. So, and we're on week 6. 3213. So 3213. All right, so there we go, 3213. And I could actually size that pin down if it's too chunky for me. So let's say if I wanted to take it down to like a 0.35. 3213. Let's erase that. 3213. Okay. So there we go. 3213 saved with Save the Change Savings Challenge. Awesome. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take that amount and put it back over here. And we're going to size this one back up to that. Okay, so 3213. All right, perfect. Now let's go over to this one here. This one is called Zero Out to Savings. Again, a 52-week savings challenge. So with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the amount that I have in my checking account, and I'm going to zero out the dollar column and all of the change. And the way that I will do that is I will transfer that amount into my savings account. So with that being said, what I need to do is I looked at my checking account, and my checking account in the dollar field and the change field was $9.33 because I want to zero that out. So that will be $9.33. So let's go ahead and I'm going to size this down again to 3.5 and over here to week 6, and we're going to put $9.33. Okay, so from there, $9.33 with the zero out. We're going to come back over here to the tracker, and we are going to put that amount here on the tracker once again. So $9.33. All right, perfect. So that is the Zero Out Challenge, $9.33. All right, next savings challenge that we have here is Kittens and Cups, the digital savings board game. So for those of you who like savings challenge board games, this is my newest addition here. This one is specifically made for your tablet in the landscape format. And this one here has my little image that I'll be moving around the game board. Okay, so on this one, I can either use one die or two dice. In this case, I'm going to use one die because I want to take my time going around instead of going through it so quickly. But instead of using an actual die, because now I am saving digitally, I can either use a die or I can use a voice command. So in this case, I am going to use my voice command because I want to get used to using everything digitally without using all of these tangible things that are around me. So with that being said, let's go ahead and give our voice command to our device so then she can tell us what number or what I roll. So, hey Siri, roll one die. It's 2. Okay, it says right here. It's 2. So we are going to move 2 spots. So we're going to get the lasso. We're going to circle our placement marker, and we're going to move 2 spots. So we have 1 and 2. So with that being said, I need to save $5. Okay, so with $5, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to the second page where I have my register. Okay, so for today's date, this is going to be 2/7. This is going to be week number 6 for the year, and I need to save $5. Okay, once I have that $5 saved and transferred over from my checking account over to my savings account, that will give me a balance from this savings challenge of $5. Okay, so let's go ahead, and what I actually want to do is I want to notate that I landed on that spot. So let me go ahead and just mark that as a place that I landed. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so, and then that way is when I get ready to move again, then I just circle that and then I can move it. Or what I can do is if I really want it on the top, I could just come over here. Maybe I can't. I was hoping, oh, I have to click on the picture, click on that, click on the image itself, arrange, and then I can bring to the front. There we go. So now it's to the front. So that works perfect. Okay, so there we go. We are all set with Kittens and Cups. Now let's go ahead and write that over on our actual tracker so we can keep that all on track as well. So candy heart. No, kittens and cups. Wait a minute. What did I just do? 0 out is supposed to go over here. Sorry about that. 0 out goes over there. See how easy it is to make those arrangements? Okay, so Kittens and Cups was $5. So let's go ahead and write in $5 there. Okay. All right, so that was Kittens and Cups. Now let's go ahead and move over to our last and final savings challenge. And this one is called Candy Hearts Digital Savings Challenge. And on this one, again, it is, you know what? I think what I want to do is let's go back to this one. Let's go back to this one. Sorry. I'm actually going to erase this one because I want to roll 2 more times with Kittens and Cups. That's kind of what I tend to do when I do my board games is I like to move 3 times. So let's go ahead and do that 2 more times, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Hey Siri, roll 1 die. Okay, this time it is a 3. So let's go ahead and move 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that one, let's go ahead and mark it. It is a small image. And something I did not mark, which I should have, is because it is a small image, I forgot to add in my amounts for small and large images. So let me go ahead and do that. If I land on a small image, as you all know, who've been following me for a while, I always have it at $15. Now you can change your small images to whatever amount you want, but for me and my household, I feel comfortable with $15. If I land on a larger icon, or not icon, but a larger image on outside of the squares, then those ones are going to be worth $20. Okay, so I need to save $15. So let's go ahead and make that adjustment over here using my pen. Again, there's that. That one's copied there. And then we are saving $15. So 15 plus 5, I need to transfer over $20. Okay, let's go ahead and do that one more time. Hey Siri, roll 1 die. Okay, that time it is 4. So let's go ahead and move our marker over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. I get to save another $15. Wowzers. Yay. No, yay. Okay, let's see. Let me move this one. I want to actually move that to the top. I like the image being on top of the little cross out there where I've landed. Just a personal preference. All right, so $15. Let's go ahead and write that in again. And I'm just going to go like this. This is the easy part about digital saving, is that you can just easily do that. All right, so now $20 plus 15, that is a total of $35 that I will have transferred over total for this challenge. All right, so again, let's go ahead and get over to the actual trackers. And that was $35. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that in on here, $35. All right, now what I was saying is the candy hearts. This is my newest addition to my Etsy shop as of today. If you have not seen that video already, I did make a video showing people that are interested in that savings challenge how to go about using this, because this one specifically is created for those of us that use GoodNotes on our digital devices. In this case, again, this is my iPad. So GoodNotes on my iPad. All right, so with this one, I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and roll. I want to roll, let's roll 4 dice. Oh gosh, what am I doing? If I get 4 sixes, that's going to be $24 I have to save. So when you do this savings challenge, you're basically wanting to figure out what is the most you are willing to save using this challenge. And the reason why I say that is because if you are somebody that is like, okay, I feel comfortable with saving $20 a week on this savings challenge, then maybe what you might want to do is use 3 dice, because if you get 3 sixes, that's $18. So you'll feel comfortable using 3 dice. You certainly don't want to use 4 dice, because if you do 4 dice and you get all 6s, then that's $24, and then you have to owe yourself an IOU. So it really all depends on your comfort level and how you want to do the savings challenge. But for me, I think I'll feel okay with. Do I want to go 4? I don't know if I want to go 4 dice or 3 dice. Because then that's a commitment every week that I have to do. Because once I start a challenge, I like to stay consistent with that challenge with the method that I started with. So at this time, because I want to add more challenges to my weeklies, I think what I'm going to do is let's just make it 3, okay? I'm going to actually write that down here, 3 dice. Just so then I know that when I come back to this and I want to roll, that I need to roll 3 dice. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll my 3 dice. So, hey Siri, roll 3 dice. Okay, and it's bringing me here to use ChatGPT. Yes, I want to use ChatGPT to roll my dice. And it says you rolled a 3, 5, and a 6. So let's go ahead and over here, use my conversation heart. And I'm going to duplicate that and put that on top of the 3. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here, duplicate my conversation heart of you're hot onto the 5. And then I have the conversation heart duplicating and placing it on top of the 6 right there. Okay, so that is a total of $11, $12, $13, $14 using the Candy Hearts Savings Challenge. So let's go ahead and write that in. So when you swipe to the left, you'll see the instructions on how to play, and then also the registers once again here. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that in, 2, 7. This is for week number 6, and that was $14. So for this week, we have $14 being transferred from my checking account and into my savings account. Let's get over to the actual trackers, right here where it says Candy Hearts, $14. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to ask my device what this total comes to here. So then I know how much I need to actually transfer out from my checking account and put into my savings account. So let's go ahead and give that a try now. Hey Siri, add $6 plus $32.13 plus 50. Okay, let me start over. Let's start over here. Okay. Hey Siri, add $6 plus $32.13 plus $35 plus $14 plus $9.33. What does it equal? 96.46. Okay, so you can see here, these are the amounts just to reference to right here. Okay, so this one here, $6, $32.13, $35, $14, $9.33, a total of $96.46. So let's go ahead and add that in. 96.46. 96.46 for this week. Okay, so that's how that will work. Now what we want to do is we want to add that in to the weekly view. So this is the weekly view at a glance. Now we want to get to the area where I'm putting it onto the monthly view. So let's go ahead and move over there. Not that one. Give me just a moment. Let me get back to where I was. I forgot where the where my if we were on week 1, let me just figure out. Okay, so I think I needed to click here to get to my monthly view. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so from the weekly view here, okay, everything is hyperlinked on my trackers. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on February week 1. I guess that would be common sense to me. So February week 1, clicking there, and then it'll take you to the weekly view for the month. Okay, so that was, let's see, that was 96.46 is how much we need to add here. Okay, so 96.46. Let me redo that one. I don't like the way that 6 looked. Okay, so 96.46 right there for week 1 of February. Okay, so now I'm going to do that every single week. Just like you just saw me do all of those challenges digitally, I'm going to digitally save every single week, and I will get that amount, and I will carry it over to this savings tracker. Once I have all of the weeks added in, okay, I've done that every single week, and I've had that, and I have all of these weeks completely entered in, then that will give me, once I add those amounts up at the end of February, it will give me my total amount of how much I saved for the entire month of February. Once I have that, then I will then get this amount here, and I will add it into this section here of February of this savings tracker, okay? And that will give me a visual view of how much I've saved at every month for an entire year of 2025. Okay, so just bear with me as I go through this. It's going to be the same as what I've done year after year, but it's going to be a little bit different for those of us that are transitioning into the digital savings method. And so now what I need to do is I need to transfer the $96.46 out of my checking account and into my savings account. So super, super fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you enjoy the content on this channel and you're all about digital savings, then please do not forget to subscribe, click that notification bell. That way, whenever I upload a new video to this channel, then you will be given a notification. With that being said, if you like any of these savings challenges that you've seen me save with here today, then please head on over to Tracy Monster Savings and check out all of the savings challenges that I have available, and that will be added into my Etsy shop very, very soon. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Have an amazing day. Stay safe out there because it's a crazy world, and enjoy, have fun, and happy savings. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.